If you are into documentary style editing, you have probably heard that MagnatesMedia editing style is considered by most editors and also viewers as the best style out there. So today I'm going to teach you exactly how to recreate that iconic MagnatesMedia style by walking you through recreating the exact animation from one of their most popular videos, which you can see right now on your screen. And yes, all the assets you need for this tutorial are available on my Discord server, to which link is in the description, so you can follow along step by step. Now with that being said, let's dive in and make some magic happen. Okay guys, so as always, let's start from making first main composition. Let's go with full HD, frame rate 30, 10-second duration, click OK. Okay, and first thing which we need to add is map image. I found vector file for this exact image, so let's import that to After Effects. Okay, let's do that, and here click on choose layer, go with objects, click OK, and right now you can see that this image isn't in the best quality, but thanks to the fact that it is vector file, you can just click here and now quality is a lot of better. Okay, so first what we want to do with our map is to add here tint effect like that, and right now we are going to mask US and Europe. After masking that, we will add orange type color for USA and Europe. So let's simply mask that like that. Okay, perfect. Now what I'm going to do is to duplicate that, then go to the second layer, go to mask and click here inverted. Okay, perfect. Now let's link these two layers to one null object. Okay, and now we are going to control size and position of these two layers by changing this on null. Okay, so let's go to our Europe by using null, and right now we are going to mask Europe. So let's click on first layer with mask and let's mask Europe. Okay, perfect. Now let's go to effects on first layer and let's go to map white 2 and change that from white to this type of orange and then click OK. Now let's go to USA. Now let's scale our map as well to something like that. Now we are going to add two logos of standard, one right here and then one right there. Okay, so let's import that. Then let's make this smaller, something like this. Let's add here fill effect and let's change color to white. Then let's right click on this image, go to layer styles, drop shadow, go to drop shadow and change distance to something like 20 and size to something like 80. Now let's copy that and move second logo like here. Now let's add background, which will be just grid in orange type or even a little red type color. So let's create new solid, black solid. Then let's duplicate this solid and on the first solid let's add grid effect. Let's go with border on 0.9 and then let's do something like this. So our grid should be in this size as right now. Okay, so now we can animate first part of this animation. So first what we have to do, of course, is to make all these layers 3D like that. Then go to new camera, create new camera, link null to this camera like that, and we are going to make first camera movement. Create first keyframe at start and second keyframe somewhere there like that. Now go to first keyframe and set position to something like this. So our first logo will be in the center of screen like that. Now go to graph editor and make this type of graph, so maximum sharp. Okay, let's check if it's clean. Yeah, it is. Now just one more thing. We are going to animate our second logo that is going from first logo. So let's click on the second logo. Let's move that below first logo. Let's create first keyframe here on 10th frame, and second keyframe somewhere here. Go to first keyframe and let's move this exactly on the place of first logo. And for graph, let's do something like this. Okay, it looks perfect. Now let's make second movement to the Europe. It will be of course camera movement, so let's link next null for first null, and let's make camera movement. First graph, let's place somewhere here, and second graph on 5 seconds probably. And let's change position on second keyframe to somewhere here, or even maybe here. By the way, let's go to grid and let's add here motion tile effect, and let's set output Y to 500 and output high to 500 as well. Thanks that effect, as you can see, our grid is not ending when black solid is ending. It's simply like duplicating this grid, thanks to which we can see that also when our solid on which grid effect is added. Okay, let's return to position for second movement. Let's go to graph editor for this movement and let's do graph like this. Okay, perfect. Now, of course, we have to add a line that is going from our first logo to the Europe, of course. So let's make this line. Okay, so let's make that line. Let's go to pen tool and let's create line. Of course, make this as 3D layer. Okay. Let's go to stroke and let's set that to like 16. Okay, perfect. Now let's go to this shape layer. Let's go to contents. Let's go to shape 1, then to stroke, and here in dashes let's click plus right there. Then let's go to dash and let's size this to like 30. Okay, perfect. Now of course we have to animate this. We are going to use trim path for that, so let's click here add. Let's go to trim path and let's go to end, and let's create first keyframe right here and second keyframe right there, and on second keyframe let's put here 100%, on first keyframe of course 0%. Okay, then let's go to graph editor and let's make graph like this. Now we can see if it looks clean. Okay, it looks perfect. By the way, let's also change color for grid. So go to grid, go to color, and let's change that to this type of orange or even already red. Click OK. Now let's add last part of this animation. We are going to make next camera movement. So click on our last and let's link another loon to this null. Okay, now go to position here and we are going to make out zoom movement, of course. That will start like somewhere there. So create first keyframe here, second maybe even here. Let's create second keyframe, and now let's change position for second keyframe. I'm going to change that to be able to see all map exactly like this. Now we are going to create graph for this movement. So go to graph editor and graph should look like this. So it should be pretty sharp. Okay, exactly like this. Okay, now let's add our Rockefeller to last part of this animation. So let's import him like that, then make him 3D, of course, and go to position and let's move him to the right position. It's going to be something like this. Now last element, which of course is money, that is falling from there to there. So let's import this. Okay, now let's add here K light effect. Let's go to screen color, click here and then click on this blue background. Okay, it's removed. Now, of course, let's move this under our Rockefeller like that. Of course, let's make this 3D. And now go to position of our Rockefeller. Let's copy that and let's pass that for our money like this. This animation should start when Rockefeller is appearing on screen. So something like this. Okay, perfect. Now let's also add very huge drop shadow for our money. So let's add here drop shadow effect. Then let's go to distance. Let's change that to something like 100. Softness to something like 600. Then opacity to 100. Let's copy that 2 times. On second effect, let's change opacity to 50. Okay, it's perfect right now. And with that, we already finished all needed design and animation. So let's check how it looks like, and then we can move to final touches. Okay, and as you can see on screen right now, it's perfect and we are definitely ready to move into final touches. Okay, now let's add here a bunch of effects for our final touches, of course on adjacent layers. So first create first adjacent layer, and let's add here chromatic aberration effect from Uni. Okay, perfect. Now let's go to distortion amount and let's set it on 0.4. Then let's go to radial blur. So let's set that to 2. Then lens blur on 1600. Edge fall off on 1800. And then chromatic saturation on 30 and paces on 7 also. Okay, we are done with this effect. Let's create another adjacent layer and let's add here posterize time and let's set frame rate on 16. Okay, our next effect will be CC vignette. Let's set amount to 250. Okay, perfect. Another effect will be diplow with radius on 500 and exposure on 0.03. And then last but not least, lux effect. Let's add this and go to edit. Then go to tools, add softness, and let's increase angle of view to something like this. Click here, and now we are done with our animation. Let's check how it looks like after all final touches. Okay, and as you can see, it looks perfect and it's 100% done. As you can see, it wasn't so hard to do this animation, but still a lot of people don't have any idea how to make this style. So I hope that this tutorial will help you with developing your skills in this insanely good documentary style, which of course is MagnatesMedia editing style. Don't forget about click like, join my Discord server, leave subscription for this channel. That's all for this video. Bye.